Hi, my name's Gina. I work for PACE with George. I'm just honored to be here. I'm very happy to be invited. And George is a good friend. Thank you for inviting me.
I'm Ned Cortez. I work with George at PACE, and I'm also the guy that he tries to run over with the Mustang all the time. George, it's very nice to have you as a friend, and I wish you the best of health, and I hope you come back soon.
George, happy birthday. My name is Jay. I also work with George at PACE. George, I don't know, you're one of the few people at this place I really enjoy seeing when I walk in the break room. You know, when I come in and I see you there, I know it's going to be a good time, and I know somebody I want to sit with, talk to, and you brighten up the day in odd times. Happy birthday, George.
Thank you.
My name is Ross, and I'm relatively a new friend of George. I've known him 10 years instead of 40 and 30. I met George when I used to work for Video Mania. And George, God love his heart, would always tend to come in about 10 minutes before I'm ready to go home. And for some reason, George decided that he needs to look at every movie that just came out. And I'm looking at the monitor going, come on, come on, come on. After he decides that he's going to get like 3 or 4 movies, he comes up and then he'll decide to talk. Well, I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to take my run down into the city because I worked at a company downtown. And George would look at me and go, why do you do that? Work for PACE. Come and work for PACE. And I said, George, I want to go home. So he says, okay, and 20 minutes later, we'd still be talking, wanting to go home. God bless you, George. All right, you are about the best things that ever happened to me.
And he talked you into working for PACE.
And he's gotten me working for PACE. Have a happiest birthday. Thank you very much. God love you.
My name is Jonathan. I'm George's boss. Terrible employee. He never comes to work. On time. Always tearing up the buses. Doesn't do a thing you tell him to do. You ask him to do something. What? Happy birthday, George. He's a great friend.
And Connie, they're my husband. He works with him, and I know that I got acquainted with him with the pizza nights at the depot, and you know, I didn't know what to think of him at first because I didn't know how to take his sense of humor. So I was like, is he serious? I mean, I'm used to having a husband that will come up with classic things at the last minute and just know when to say something, but with George, he'll say something, be totally kidding, and you're just like, okay. But my kids did tell me to say that you are their adopted grandpa and to wish you a happy birthday. They are furious with me because I didn't let them come so we could have a night out. So, happy birthday, and it is a pleasure knowing you, and thanks for working on the van and always saying that you're willing to work on our cars if we needed help. It was a pleasure to know that somebody is there to help you out when you need and not charge you an arm and a leg. And yes, it's labor on your part, but it's something that you like to do and you like to tinker with. And Connie, God bless you. He's always doing something. You're a wonderful wife, and supportive. And sometimes, you get left out and and I really appreciate how supportive you are with him, and I see it. So.
I'm Lisa. I'm a server at Pizza Hut, and I've only known him a few months, but happy birthday. Thank you.
I'm Michelle. I'm Tom's wife, and I've known George a little over a week now. So.
Give it a rest.
I told him this a couple times this past week, but we love you. You're humorous. I love talking to you. You make me laugh. The pizza nights and the wing nights are just the funnest times.
You tell him about when I told you what you were eating that one day.
He loves making fun of my food, and Jonathan runs along. Right, his boss Jonathan goes right along with him. And there's pictures up on Facebook to prove it. So. But I eat it anyway. I throw it in his face. And a couple of things he's tried he's actually liked. So hard head. We love you. I'm so glad we have this. Thanks. There you go.